What's poppin', everybody? Welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. Please don't forget to subscribe if you like my content. Today I'll be doing something different, as you can see from the title. I really want you to get the chance to know a little bit more about me, so I'm going to be doing my makeup while sharing my story with you all. So grab your favorite skincare or your makeup must-haves and let's get ready together. When I was younger, I always dreamed about what I'd be doing when I was older, who I was gonna be, what I was gonna look like, what job I was gonna be doing. And never in a million years did I think I would be in the beauty industry, let me tell you. I always thought I'd be like a nurse or a doctor, and it was simply just because that's what everybody wanted for me, like my family. It had good pay, good benefits, so that's what I thought I wanted to do. Growing up, I never really had the chance to think for myself. Just like most people, I had a childhood that had a lot of ups and downs, and I was in a lot of situations that forced me to grow up beyond my years. A lot of these situations prevented me from really getting to know who Lilia was, what my hobbies were, what my passions were, what did I even like. I grew up searching for love, security. Unfortunately, I did this in all the wrong places, and it put me into a lot of dark places. One thing I knew I had and I never lost was hope. I always knew that there was more to life than what I was going through at the time. And one day I made a very bold decision and I packed up all my things and I moved to Los Angeles. Just really wanted to get away from what I was going through at the time, and I felt like that was my only option, was literally just completely moving to a whole new location, a whole new place, not really knowing anybody, and just starting fresh. I only lived in LA for a few months, but it was honestly the best decision I ever made. To this day, one of the best decisions I ever made. And I was just no longer in a toxic environment. I was free to really think for myself. LA is where I uncovered my passion for beauty. Being alone in a city I didn't really know really allowed me to get to know me, get to know things that I liked, didn't like, different passions I had. While I was in my thoughts, I thought of a memory between my uncle and I when I was younger. He had asked me, what do you want to do for a career? And immediately, without hesitation, I was like, the medical field. And he asked me why. And I told him, oh, well, my mom and my aunt, they're in the medical field, so I want to be in the medical field. And then he asked me if math and science were my favorite subjects in school. And I was like, no, hell no. I hated math and science in school, FYI. And he laughed and he was like, well, I don't really think the medical field's gonna be for you because, you know, a lot of things that you're gonna be learning, you know, in college and further school has to do with, you know, math, science. And he really, like, how would I say, challenged me to think about what was my favorite subject in school and what were things that I really enjoyed. The first thing I thought about was art. It was a way to express yourself. It was an outlet. After thinking about this memory, the next few weeks I really started to think about how I could turn art into a career. Until one day I was doing my makeup as usual and it just hit me. I want to be in the beauty industry. The beauty industry was always something I was really drawn to and amazed by when I was growing up. I used to love to watch my mom put on her makeup. I would always take her Lancome red lipstick and put it all over my face. I would dress up in her heels. I would look at, you know, all the girls in the magazines and how pretty and done up they were. And I would even take the, you know, those fragrance strips that were in the magazines. I would take them and I would rub them all over my body just because it made me feel really pretty. Makeup especially always made me feel confident, beautiful, unstoppable. Makeup was my outlet. Makeup was my self-expression. Makeup was my art. From there, I started practicing YouTube tutorials, recreating any makeup looks that I seen on Instagram. And the more that I started practicing, the more I invested my time in it, the more I absolutely fell in love with it. So I decided to go to cosmetology school and get my license. After getting a better grasp of who I was and what I wanted to do with my life, I actually ended up moving back to the Bay Area and going to cosmetology school in San Francisco. Cosmetology school definitely taught me a lot about the industry, but even more about myself. It taught me accountability, it taught me discipline. Because I wanted this to be my career, it really challenged me to be my best self. Being with clients brought out the best in me. Really being able to showcase my art and seeing the way it made people feel. I've had clients come into my chair feeling, you know, low confidence or maybe just going through a hard time, and then leaving my chair and feeling like $1 million. I mean, there's no better feeling than that. Unfortunately, my family didn't see the career path that I was taking as the right career path. They didn't think that it was going to pay well, have good benefits, or honestly just really go anywhere. After I graduated from school and got my cosmetology license from State Board, I actually started working at a restaurant, making good money, tips, and I just did like makeup and hair out of my house. So it was just an extra form of income, and that's honestly how my family saw it too. The thought of my passion went from everything to just something. I was just so worried about making good money, and one day I just completely got fed up. You know, why did I get my license, go to school, and do all this soul searching? Like, for what? So my passion can be a side hustle? So I decided to do my research and look for job opportunities in the beauty industry. And that's when I came across Sephora. I really loved that it was a company that celebrated beauty and really encouraged your passions. I actually applied at 3 different Sephoras, and within 40 minutes, I got a call back from Sephora Embarcadero. And after 3 interviews, I got the job. I remember crying the happiest of tears, like, wow, my passion is now my job. And after being with the company for 3 years, I can say being with Sephora has been the most rewarding thing in my life. Just being able to work with a job that really invests in your growth, there's nothing better than that. Sephora helped uncover so many skill sets that I didn't even know I had. Like how much I love teaching beauty, leading client experience, and just really empowering everybody I work besides. Sephora also really helped, you know, my family see how much this industry means to me, how much this passion means to me. And, you know, they were finally able to see that this career path is 100% the right career path for me. Sephora, it helped change my life. With Sephora being on standby right now because of COVID-19, I've had a lot of time to myself, really. And I know that this, you know, shelter in place has been different for everybody. So I'm 100% so grateful that I've really been able to self-reflect during this time. One night I was just chilling and I was just thinking of, you know, all the things that, you know, I said I was gonna do but never got to doing, or just really procrastinated on doing them. And one of those things was YouTube. Being with Sephora, like I said, I have such a passion for teaching, being able to share my knowledge, my passion, and YouTube was just one of those things that I kept making excuses for, whether that be not having the resources or not having the time because I'm so busy. Whatever excuse you can think of, girl, I said it. It honestly just made me really emotional when I was thinking about it, because, you know, when it came down to it, I didn't believe in myself. I wasted all this time putting myself down instead of just applying myself and just doing it, and doing something that I was just truly passionate about, and not doing it for myself or for self-gain or anything like that, but really doing it for people who support me, people who are aspiring makeup artists or content creators, for people whose outlet is beauty. I want to be that for people. And literally after that night, I made my first video, and it wasn't for YouTube. It was actually for my Sephora Powell Street family. I really wanted to make something for them that they can enjoy during this time, feel inspired by, or simply just be a distraction during this really weird time. After making that video for my team and just seeing the response that I got back from it was so rewarding, and it sparked such a light in me that I decided to make my next video, which was my YouTube video. YouTube is a new path for me, and there has definitely been some challenges, but the journey has been so sweet. And yes, I don't have all the resources yet. And yes, I'm not as huge as the biggest, most famous beauty influencer on YouTube right now, but we all have to start somewhere. The point of sharing my story was, of course, for you to get to know me, but most importantly, a reminder to never give up and to never lose hope. No matter what your background is, where you come from, or what cards you were dealt, you can set your mind to do anything you want. Throughout your journey, you will fail, you will have setbacks, and sometimes you'll completely fall down. But just remember, get back up, strive for more, learn more, and make your dreams a reality. Stop making excuses, make time for what's important, and simply just do it.